Hey guys, this is the podcast for creative people, also known as the Creative Mindset Podcast. And today we have a double header. We've got Falldown Boy, or G, or Gallery, or he's got a lot of names. And we got Rukah's Dreamland coming by a little later. She's busy right now doing another interview with E-Talk probably, or Vanity Fair, who knows at this point. She's blowing off, but we'll have her here soon enough. But Robbie, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
What do you want me to call you for the rest of the show?
You know, Falldown G's been the name, formerly Falldown Gallery, but Falldown with a G at the end. Yeah.
Okay.
That's me.
And did the name start from like Fallout Boy?
It has nothing to do with that band, but I know the band.
Yeah.
I've heard of the band, but no, Falldown was like a kind of a skate brand 20 years ago.
That's right.
That's where it all started.
And at one point there was an actual gallery kind of thing, right?
2010, we opened a gallery, quit all my jobs, got a really crappy loan, opened a business, first time.
And you could skate inside sometimes.
We did skate nights, open mics, club nights, bands in the basement. Like, it was crazy.
That's amazing.
It was pretty fun, man.
We'll get back to that, but I think, you know, I always like to start with how your creativity started. At what age did it really hit you that art was something that you wanted to pursue at a higher level than just doodling in a book?
I think when you saw other people have careers that were cool, you were just like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
Right? So that was kind of my inspiration. Somebody who had a job that was outside of the 9 to 5, or, you know, a super unique, lifestyle that, you know, everyone was chasing.
Yeah, it's interesting you say that because, you know, like I always liked that when I was doing freelance.
Yeah.
It was like, you know what, I don't even know what a holiday is. I'm just off like most days, but still make enough to live
to
off
survive.
of.
Yeah, exactly. So it clicked eventually that, you are in control of your future, and, you know, taking risks and putting yourself out there, you know, comes with all of that. And I've always been kind of an outgoing guy and being able to network and meet people. So I think at one point it was just about taking that step and really, you know, saying like, okay, today I'm going to quit my job and I'm going to do something, you know, that everyone has been kind of expecting. Just like, when is it going to happen?
That's right. Yeah. Because, you know, I've definitely met people in my lifetime where they've pursued art after they've gone off to university and got a job, and they're just unhappy in that job. And they say to themselves, well, you know, I've been taking photos or doing video or whatnot for numerous friends. They like what I'm doing. Other people are liking what I'm doing in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
Like, do I take this jump? And it is scary to do it, I think, very much at that point. Like, I could not imagine have gone through gaining knowledge and gaining a career in something and then deciding, you know what, I'm going to follow this passion that I have right now.
Yeah, no, it's everyone's kind of dream, man, for sure, to work for yourself and be in control.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it's a wild ride.
Yeah.
It's a trip, you know. It's like, I think my next day off is like June 26th or something, you know. It's like thinking in that sense where it's like you're juggling so many things.
Yeah.
You know, throw your family in the mix, like you got priorities, man. You know, it's crazy to think that you could get so much done before like 9 a.m.
That's true.
At this point where it's like...
Do you wake up early?
I'm a 5 a.m. kind of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I'm a 6.
Okay.
And I feel the same way. It's like going through that routine before the day starts and taking care of that meat and potatoes before the world starts turning.
Yep, it's wild. I don't think I can go back to sleeping any later. Like, it's now the set, you know, like that's what it is.
And did that kind of start after you had a kid? Because obviously as a parent, you know, you have late nights, early mornings.
Yeah.
And then I feel a lot of people around our age that maybe were party animals and then had a kid, like their sleep schedule changes so dramatically.
For sure. You just appreciate the time you have as well. So, yeah, if your little one sleeps till 8, you get up at 5, you got 3 hours to kill it, right?
Kill the kid or?
No.
Oh, okay. I was like, Robbie, this is not that kind of show.
No, like kill the game, kill
right.
your list of things to do. I don't know.
All right.
But yeah.
I'm being a really bad host today, and I totally forgot to say thank you to our sponsors, Northern Helm, at the start. I just want to give a shout out to Northern Helm, located at Baseline and Fisher. If you guys have any weed-related needs, they are your guys. You can order online. You can pick up in store. You can go to the store and pick out what you want.
I heard weed's legal.
That's right. It is now. So shout out to Northern Helm for making that happen. We knew it was going to happen because of you. So visit Northern Helm, promo code CREATIVE15. You'll save some money. Do it. Back to you, though. And also, we don't have any drink sponsors today, so I think we'll say Tim's. Tim's, if you want to sponsor us, we're ready. I'm not a coffee drinker. That could change in the next little while.
I'm looking for sponsors always, man.
Yeah.
Coca-Cola, maybe?
Anybody that wants to sponsor me, the show, Robbie, Rukah's Dreamland, or any living being in this room right now, please get in touch with us. We need money.
Have your people call our people.
Yeah. I don't know if I have people yet, but maybe. Back to you though. I think it's interesting because I've known you for a few years now, and I knew of your work prior to knowing you. And I thought it was really cool that you created a unique style to your work, and we had spoken about this previously, but it was that idea of having a style and just knowing who it was from the style. Can we maybe dive into that a little bit more?
Yeah.
And why you chose that route instead of, I've got Keith Haring's signature on me right now. He signed everything he did, but now do you have a signature in your, or is it just the look and feel? As
of late, I'm just putting the gram up. I'm just putting my Jeep handle, because I feel when I work and I do, even if it's not a high profile job, but the big ones where it gets a lot of foot traffic and a lot of selfies are happening, that they're coming in every day. So I feel like that's right. The best way to promo and get me kind of a little bit further in terms of just finishing the mural and walking away.
And for those that don't know, I don't know if I preface this enough, but Robbie is a mural artist, has had pieces in shopping malls, a lot of local businesses from Ottawa to Montreal to Toronto, been featured in New York Times. They came down and did a little video about you. I think your work is very much everywhere in this city for sure. And a lot of people I know, going through the Byward Market are like, oh, there's Robbie's stuff.
Yeah. You can't miss it. The process of where it's taken me, it's just putting in enough time to create a style, to create a unique look to come with the name Falldown G. I feel like a lot of artists, not that they give up, but they don't get to that point before they've got that unique style or that unique look, right? And then not that they're giving up, but they never got to that point, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know when it happened. It could have been 5 years ago. I don't know, but it clicked, right? And then all of a sudden I'm like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. Okay. I've got a bag of tricks that I could pull out and do them anytime a client asks. But I really, really zoned in on this all over print, black and white, what looks like custom wallpaper.
That's right. Yeah.
Right. Everyone kind of gets the same feel because I've kind of really I've got a product that kind of replicates and is very Keith Haring all over. And, you know, from corner to corner, like we're not letting a single square foot be unleft, you know, it's
Yeah, there's no waste.
and exactly. And it's kind of like, it could grow too, right? It's, you know, it's like, oh, I want you to paint this wall. It's like,
Well, paint the other wall.
What about the floor and the ceiling? And, you know, it's like, we just keep going.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've definitely seen entire rooms that you've taken over.
So like I've got this business who has like, they've got like this massive wall and they're like, okay, every summer you're going to do 20 feet. I was like, cool, let's do that. Okay. I spent a whole year painting murals. I get the phone call, we're ready for the 20 feet. But I've improved since the year before, and we're going to continue until the wall is done 200 feet. So like 10 years goes by, this growing mural, this is what I mean by growing. It's like, it just doesn't stop there, you know?
Yeah, I like that idea because, you know, I'm thinking about that customer that you're talking about. And, you know, if I'm a company, I could have you come in and do all of this right now.
Yep.
But as I grow, I feel like I'd want my mural to grow too if I was giving you that much real estate.
Yeah, it's cool.
And I love that idea.
It is great. And yeah, you're not, well, you're changing too, right? So your concept of theme is definitely going to be altered throughout the years. But I'm kind of on a high right now of painting weird things.
Yeah.
You know, like I want to paint everything, man. Like everything everything I see, it's like I could wrap that and make it unique, you know?
Yeah. And did this start for you in a graffiti sense? Was that your first taste of it? Because I know you were in the skate scene, and that's very popular within skate culture.
Yeah.
And especially, I know the cats that you roll with. So
the cool cats.
At the end of the day, those guys all have tags themselves.
Yeah, graffiti and what Ottawa has and support of graffiti definitely was fueling the fire when it first started.
Okay. But was it ever a computer-based graphic art for you, or has it always been?
It's always been pencil on paper.
Yeah.
It's always, and it still is. Like I went digital during the pandemic a little bit, but that was just to keep up with the times and people, you know, we couldn't see each other. So like, let me sell you a digital file.
Right.
You know, so we can keep the ball rolling. But pencil on paper, we're just keeping it.
Which is very unique because, you know, let's be honest, you know, 2022 here, you don't have a lot of people that aren't transitioning their art to a computer-based software.
Yep.
And I think it's really unique of you, but also loyal to your craft.
Yep.
That you've stuck with what you know gets you the best results for the ideas that you have.
Definitely.
And speaking to ideas, I've wondered this before. How much planning goes into the work that you do? Because I've seen you do even kids' bedrooms where I'm sure there's a consult meeting that the parents are like, oh, he loves Harry Potter and he loves Thomas the Tank Engine. And you go in and, of course, you're going to add Thomas and you're going to put Harry Potter in there.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of other moving parts to that mural that make it come together. So take me through that.
Yeah, kids' rooms, it's kind of like my bread and butter just because like 20 years ago, like your 5-year-old child wasn't getting a mural in his room, right? And now it's trendy, it's cool, it's custom as hell. Like, you know, from the dog in the corner of the mural that, you know, passed away, like we're talking, we could do anything we want, right? So it's getting super custom. But we're keeping it very affordable as well because it's for the kids. You know, like we're not charging an arm and a leg for this. We actually just want the kid to have a badass room, you know?
Nice.
But yeah, we kind of make a list of items of what the kid's into. But even if it's, you know, I'm working for a barbershop, same thing. I still ask for a list, right? It could be minimal, like super minimal, like, you know, beach vibes and, you know, maybe a quote, like literally like that minimal. And then I come up with the rest, you know, it's like.
And that's pre-planned.
I did a job.
Like you look at the space that they're going to give you and you're like, okay, I can fit, you know, 15 ideas in here. Is that it?
It depends on the size of the wall, but everyone's different. Like I did a job yesterday for a pizza place called Sugar and Slice.
Sugar and Slice.
And I asked him what
Shout out Sugar and
Sugar
Slice
and
for
Slice.
giving my boy some
setting me
dough.
up yesterday. And I asked him what he wanted. He's like, I just want some graffiti. It's like, well, all right. You know, so, and we blew it up and we made it look insane. Like, he didn't even give me a word. He just gave me a genre, a style, right? And I sent him the sketch. He said, let's go.
Okay, so there's a pre-sketch.
Always, man. Yeah.
Okay.
You show them the sketch. We review it. We could either add, remove.
So you have a roadmap going into this.
Oh, for sure.
Okay.
And this is clockwork. Because we're doing it every day, it's like I'm expecting to see a couple alterations almost every time. But if you get the thumbs up right away, then just go to work. You know, it's...
Now, that sketch, again, is it hand done?
Yeah, pencil on paper.
Okay.
Scan it on your phone, send it to the client.
Okay.
But I haven't met these people most of the time, right?
Right, yeah.
So it's all...
I've seen you go to Brockville and,
Yeah.
you know, small towns
So
outside of Ottawa.
yeah,
you
so
know,
you just pull up.
there's not an opportunity sometimes to go and have that consult in person.
For sure. So we send photos of the walls back and forth, just make sure that we know what we're dealing with. But even just square footage, rough dimensions. But it's a pretty cool system that we don't physically need to meet to get that quote in. Everything's done on social media.
Very cool.
Yeah.
And I think it's really interesting to see how you've been able to grow your business through word of mouth, also the internet.
Yep.
But I'm considering that word of mouth because I feel like when you do these big jobs, and again, I'm being biased here because I'm in your network, I see a lot of people repost. And, you know, if I were to repost, probably 15 people that don't know who you are, 20 people would go and look at your stuff.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, okay, cool.
I'm gonna follow
you know,
this guy.
when the time comes, I'm gonna give him a shout.
Yep. No, it's all referrals, dude. 100% referrals. Like everything is all based on not only how smooth the transaction is.
Yeah.
Right? How, you know, like effortless it is in terms of like stress and, you know, like it's just for both parties, right? But my work now is getting to the point where it's almost like that. Like if you see it for the first time and you're attracted to it, you're going to get it.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, I'm curious to know more about the time it takes to do this because I've seen some really cool photos of when you went to Montreal to do the Simons mural. Simons being a clothing store, for those that don't know. And that was quite large.
Yeah, this was a big window for sure.
Was that a 2-day gig, a week?
That was 2 days for sure.
Okay.
Yeah. But I'm getting hella fast, man. I don't know at what point I stopped like time, but that's what it's gotten. Like if you were to have me over to do a mural, and you know we started off with a beer, I wouldn't even like. I've had a sip, and hours will go by, and the beer is still sitting there. It's crazy. Like time stops, man. I'm just going.
So you lock in, basically. Are you
kind
a
of-
headphones guy?
I'm a headphones guy. Music is everything.
You're like that computer programmer. It's like, don't talk to him. He's locked in.
Exactly. And if somebody,
Cut to that scene from Social Network, by the way.
Mark!
He's wired in.
Sorry?
He's wired in.
Is he?
Yes.
How about now? You still wired in?
When Zuckerberg just slams the computers. Slams the computers.
How about now? You still wired in?
yeah, I'm pretty locked in, and it's hard to even put, an hourly rate to it at this point.
I hate when people ask
because
that.
it's tricky, and like I'm getting tattoos, and it's the same shit with these guys where it's like, this is what the price was quoted at for
Right.
the tattoo. Whether it took me 20 minutes or 2 hours, it doesn't change.
Right.
Right?
Okay.
And that's kind of where I'm starting to like put my business, where it's like I'm getting hella fast, super confident, clean lines, the quality of work every time is coming in. So it's getting interesting in terms of time, to say the least.
So let me ask you this then, because you've had great success here. do you see Robbie doing this until he's 65 years old, or do you see something new taking place with your art?
I think it needs to change, right? Not that I don't want to paint walls until it's time to lay down, but I think, moving parts and moving your strategy and your business, I think, is important.
And have you visualized that at all? Like, do you have anything in mind that you think you could transition to in the art world?
I think so. I mean, I want to work with children as well. I want to work with kids. I did a 8-week program working with kids ages 6 to 12, teaching them about, homemade stickers, custom stickers, stencils, spray paint, painting on skateboards, painting on shoes.
Yeah.
Really showing young kids that, we're kind of breaking the rules here. And you don't have to like take it that seriously,
That's true. Yeah.
So maybe there's a transition in the future where, I'm working with the youth more often and it becomes kind of a regular part of my routine.
Now, that's interesting that you were talking about, your community involvement with the youth in Ottawa and beyond. I was introduced to you first, I believe, at an event called Waves, which previously took place before the pandemic ruined everything.
Yeah.
And I know that's not the only thing that you ever had going with our community of artists. I would love to hear more about your involvement with the artist community in Ottawa and, why you feel it's important to host events and, do all these fun things that bring us together more as a community instead of have us as just artist outcasts everywhere.
Yeah. There's nothing like a room full of like-minded people. You put 10, 20, 50 people that are very similar in the same room, you can't change that, man. That is a night to remember, right? So these people who don't know each other that are very similar are meeting that night at my art show or at, Babylon nightclub or, depending on what we were doing at the time. But yeah, I started throwing art shows at a young age, probably early 20s. Started out with a handful of my friends, but that came with networking, and now it's 20 people in the next show, 50 people in the next show, and this is me, like young Falldown G, coming up, just trying to meet people and network. And back then, no social media, so it was all come to my party, 4x6 flyer, posters, right?
Interesting.
But it was huge, man. It was like we had phone numbers, and it was a different type of game when it came to promoting, right?
Yeah.
So I threw a party called the Collective Scene at Mercury Lounge for about a decade, to be honest. Crazy. Sarah put me on for Mercury Lounge. Shout out Sarah and John. It was my first intro to hosting events and being part of that. So constantly meeting artists, putting them on, and eventually got really tied into house paint, right? Under the bridge. Graffiti, breakdancing, MC, like it's the coolest thing we have.
That's a great community event now.
House of Paint is the coolest thing Ottawa has, 100%.
And that's coming up in, a month and a half kind of thing?
Yeah. I mean, we've missed a couple though, obviously. But
we are going to have one this year?
They're doing another one this year. Yeah,
perfect.
I think,
you got it here first, guys.
House of Paint 2022.
2022.
That's it. That spiraled into me starting a new event with my friends. We ended up starting Waves, which was at Overkill, and then Kinky, and then 27 Club. Shout out 27.
And what do we think about that? Is Waves coming back maybe?
Honestly, doing a monthly brings a lot of great energy, and you're constantly on, right? There's no time to like you throw a party and then 3 weeks later the doors are opening. We're hosting the next one, right?
Yeah.
So it's like it's nonstop. And I really like that part of coming up in the art industry. But after this 2-year COVID span, like we just did a show. I was in a show, Dan Martlock's show at Beyond the Pale, the skateboard show, all hands on deck, 200 boards, right? So we haven't seen an art show in 2 years, and then I got to take part in that one, which was wicked. but Waves was a lot to the community.
Yes.
It was a great way to paint outside the box, whether you were a professional or a beginner, right? If you didn't really even need to know somebody, you could DM me and say I want to be part of it, and then we put you on. So I have an art show in my back pocket.
Okay.
Right now.
All right.
And I might leak it soon.
Not on the show? Not exclusive?
Should we? I don't know. I think I'll pause. I'm working with CNC Ottawa. They're going to be cutting and building the prop that we're going to be working on.
Cool.
I think it's going to be one for the books.
All right.
So I do want to bring Waves back. Will it be a monthly? Probably not. Will it be a one-off every so often? 100%. Like we're not done for sure. We're going to continue to fill these rooms with with creatives and make with the art shows here in Ottawa.
Yeah, because it's funny, you were trying to get me to even attempt to do
anybody
piece.
can
and I kept saying, you know what, no, like I can't do it.
I tried to put you on the was it the Host Scale train show, or
I think it was the basketball backboard.
Maybe the basketball show, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah, I'm always down to motivate, man.
And I was just like too nervous that nobody was going to buy my piece.
But that was it. It wasn't about the sales, man.
But now I'm at this point where
you're like,
I would 100% do this.
You would hop in on one, yeah.
I would 100% do this, and that's kind of why I was hoping to hear from you that something was going to take place, because, even with the show, I'm just trying to expand my creativity and meet new people, and I think those events and the things that you were doing for our arts community in Ottawa definitely had a positive impact, and I just want to be part of that. So I can't wait till you bring that stuff back.
Yeah, no, we're bringing it back for sure. It's been a long 2 years without art shows.
Exactly. So I'm gonna roll into our next segment here, and yeah, guys, if you're noticing, there's a piece of gum on my phone. We've got
saved it for later.
James and the Giant Question right now. This is a new segment that's going live for the first time.
Okay.
This episode. We're going to have a really fun graphic come up right now. And the question that James has for you is, do you ever hide any personal Easter eggs in the designs? And if so, will you share one with us?
Personal, like a little joke on my end, maybe.
Just a little Easter egg, like even with me, when we started doing animation, I started trying to get my dog into every single animation that we did.
I mean, you got my mind going in a way where it's like I could be dropping little pieces here and there. It's tricky. I mean, I've got a lot of things that I repetition in some of my work that you'll see. So I like to draw big claws, Japanese style claws with the waves. I draw a lot of bricks, draw a lot of floral. I'm starting to put some type of pattern over top of things to create depth. So a lot of repetition in some of the work that I do, but nothing where it's like, that's the hat that I wear every day that I put on the kid. Is
this question maybe inspiring you to maybe do that?
I mean, as I'm saying, as soon as you asked me that, I was like, oh man, I really could be messing with everybody's murals.
Just like the smallest thing, like you could be like, that little girl, that's my daughter. And
for sure. Or, that butterfly represents my grandfather or something, that type of thing.
I think you should do it.
Hey, now.
So James, thank you for making him a better artist.
You got my mind just moving.
Now, this is a question that I'm going to ask Ruka as well.
Okay.
And I hope she's not listening because I want it to be a surprise for her.
Right.
James was wondering, what famous landmark would you love to draw on if you could with no consequence? Something like the Eiffel Tower, he was saying, even Mount Rushmore, something like that.
What's that big apple on the way to Toronto that everyone?
It's called the Big Apple.
Let's mess that up.
In Coburg, Ontario.
Let's all overprint the apple. That'd be sick as hell.
Funny story with that place. As a kid, when we would vacation every summer, we would stop there.
Buy some apples.
On the way there, on the way back.
Both?
Pies.
You stop both times.
Yeah, because we would go vacation for like 2 weeks.
That's a lot of pie, though.
Well, it's like, get a pie for your vacation, get a pie for when you come home.
It's still a lot of pie.
You don't know my life then, bro.
Speaking of the Eiffel Tower, Rukah's Dreamland and Falldown G, we're going to Paris. We might put some tags up.
I think you should.
We might have some footy coming back from our trip to Paris. So.
I know I have a sticker very close. I could right in front of the Eiffel Tower. I jumped like 9 feet in the air to get this thing as high as I could.
You slapped it up?
Yeah, I slapped it up.
I'll look for it for you.
Yeah.
Or I'll put my sticker right beside your sticker.
Perfect. You might need a stool, but that's okay.
I could jump pretty high.
That's true. You're pretty skinny.
I was a basketball lover my whole life, so flying through the air was everything.
So who do you have for this NBA Finals this year then?
What is it, Celtics and...
Celtics are up 1 game right now. They had a big fourth quarter.
I love the game so much, but to be honest, I don't get to play it and I don't get to watch it.
Right.
Highlights, it's everything.
Yeah.
You know?
Golden State, though, that's who I'm taking.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be happy with both, to be honest. I'm pretty happy with the series, so yeah, put me in, coach.
You know, I want to get back to you being a father, though, and I've been able to watch this transition that's been taking place with you over the last couple of years of you inspiring your own daughter to follow an artistic path. And, you know, obviously, you know, as kids, I remember me trying to dress like my dad and be like my dad. And I'm wondering, did you expect your offspring to, you know, be as in tune to the art world as they are at this point?
I don't think there was much expectation except for, you know, letting them naturally come into it. That's what I wanted, right? And if, you know, anytime anyone's told what, you know, being told what to do or pushed in a direction that, you know, they feel pressured, I feel that it's, you're going to bust, right? So I think taking my time with it and obviously not expecting, you know, an overnight turnaround with a partner in crime. But she's starting to come around and really, you know, kind of being there for the concept of, you know, not only the beginning aspects of it, so the creative aspect, but also we're doing the labor, we're putting in the work.
So she's learning it all right now.
For sure, but we're filming. She's editing her own videos.
Right.
You know, we're looping a track over the video. So like, there's so much stuff that comes with the industry that she's got a little taste in. Yeah. And she's only 9 years old, man.
That's right.
It's crazy. You know, I'm doing work for clients that also follow her online, and they think she's like 12. Yeah. Everyone sees her, and what do you mean she's 9? It's like she moves different. That's what it is. I don't know. It's really awesome right now for sure, and yeah, I can't wait to see what she could do.
And I've seen you use this hashtag girl dad.
Girl dads are fun. It's like nothing else, man.
Yeah, you're a pretty proud dad. You know, I love that you post these videos of you guys doing TikToks. You know, when it comes time, I hope I can have enough energy to do that too. Yeah,
you got to make with the TikToks, man. It's especially as a girl dad. There's so many fun ones out there, and it's not like a pastime, but it's like we're making good use of technology. You know, like at least we're having a time while getting right. Well, it's taken over. You know, we're just talking about posters and handbills, and now we're talking about, you know, girl dad TikToks. It's like two completely different worlds.
And you know, I think having a kid probably puts you into that mindset that I want to give back to the youth. And we had spoken about that earlier in this episode. But do you feel a little bit of pressure to make sure that, Ruka and her friends have outlets in the city to express their artistic abilities?
I don't feel the pressure, but I think based on the groundwork that I've already done,
Yeah.
we're going to be able to open doors for these kids where we had to kind of figure it out ourselves, and we had to do lots of legwork to make it happen. We're pretty much in charge at this point, and we're coming out on top. So when it comes to any of the opportunities that the kids are going to need,
Yeah.
those doors are going to open 100%.
Well, speaking of the devil, I think she's here. Everybody say hello to Ruka's Dreamland. She's coming in hot.
Ruka.
Look at that. Yeah, let's swap you out and get some fresh legs in here. We're going to reposition your mic. I'm going to get my boy Darav to come in and help you out. But thanks for coming in and making time for us. I'm feeling the outfit today. You and your dad are matchy-matchy. I believe this is the last Justin Bieber tour shirt. Are you a big Justin Bieber fan?
Yeah, me and my dad are a big Justin Bieber fan.
I have been to a Justin Bieber concert.
We went to the Justin Bieber concert, I think last year or this year, I forget which one it was.
Okay.
But we did go to one.
I just want to ask my audio guy, we getting good volume off our girl Ruka here? Ruka, say hi to everybody one more time.
Hello.
Yeah, we're good.
All right. So Ruka, being the daughter of the legend Falldown G, how does that make you feel?
Well, it feels good to have a very popular dad.
Yeah.
That you can look up to. That I want to be kind of like him when I grow up.
So you do.
I
You
do.
want to be him.
Yeah.
And do you think you're going to be an artist when you know?
Well, that's what I've been dreaming of for.
I think you already are an artist, to be honest.
I do painting sometimes.
But you want to make a living from doing art.
Yes.
That's amazing that you know it at this stage, because I think, if anything, you've set the groundwork for yourself to have that success.
Mm-hmm.
Now, can I ask what your favorite type of art to do is at the moment?
Yes.
Is it dancing? Is it painting?
I'm mostly kind of like a painter or a singer.
Mm-hmm. I have heard you sing too.
I really like to sing. But
And Justin Bieber's your favorite singer, just to be clear?
yes, pretty much.
And then for female artists, who's your favorite?
I like Dove Cameron.
Dove Cameron.
she's
I don't
done some
even know
pretty-
who Dove Cameron is.
She was.
Is this like a JoJo Siwa kind of person?
No.
No, okay.
She was in a movie that I've watched all three of called Descendants.
Descendants, okay. These are things I'm going to go home and watch after this.
It's a really good show. There's 3 movies of it.
3 movies.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I think I know this one now.
She's like the girl with the purple hair.
Yes.
Yeah. Mal.
Yes. Okay. Are you a Doja Cat fan?
Yes, I love Doja Cat.
Yeah. And Dua Lipa?
Dua Lipa, yes, she's really good.
Okay,
I like her
who's
too.
Dua Lipa right now? Shout out Dua Lipa. You know what? I think you and I should ask Dua Lipa right now to come onto the podcast. So I want you to look into that camera and say, Dua Lipa, please come to the Creative Mindset Podcast.
Dua Lipa, please come to the Creative Mindset Podcast.
That's amazing. If she comes, I'll invite you back. You can meet her, okay?
Okay. 'Cause it's been my dream to meet her.
Really? Oh, me too. I saw a documentary on her a couple years ago. I think it's on Amazon, and I kind of fell in love with her low key. So, but back to you. Forget about Dua Lipa. Summer's coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any goals for some art that you want to get done over the summer?
Well, I'm doing some murals with my dad in
Yeah.
the summer. And also, I'm going to try to get more videos for my channel.
That's right, because you have a YouTube channel.
Yeah.
Ruka's Dreamland is what it's called,
Yes.
right?
Well, because I've been busy so far with school and everything.
Yeah,
and
school.
homework and stuff.
And Do you find that when you have to go to art class at school, they're teaching like kind of the stuff that you want to see? Oh, we just got a bag thrown at us. What is in this bag?
You'll see at the end of the
Okay.
bag.
This is a surprise.
I'm gonna put that
They're working
where
as a
that-
team now. There's 2 of them, and we're getting cornered here, guys. But back to art class at school. Is it the kind of art that you like, or do you just do your own thing? Do the teachers get you to teach the class? Like, what happens?
Well, art class just ended in April for my school.
It doesn't go year round?
No, just for the grade 4s. It's just for April. The grade 5s May. But
And just to be safe here, don't tell us where you go to school, because you're going to have fans rushing to your school if you
Yeah,
say it. So
I'm not.
let's just not say what school you go to.
yeah. Well-
But yeah, back to art class.
Yeah, well, like they were teaching like some like art that I haven't done before, like different kinds of art. Like we did like water painting and stuff
Okay,
like
yeah,
that,
yeah,
with
yeah.
different kind of like shades and stuff.
Yeah. Have they taught you the Rembrandt effect?
No.
Okay, so this is like a photography thing too, but it started in paintings because you know Rembrandt, he's like a painter. There was like a little shadow that he would do on, and it looks like a little diamond on the opposite eye that the light was shining on. And whenever I'm in a photo shoot now, I'm always like, just to get my clients all like, what is he talking about? I always tell my assistant, I'm like, I need the Rembrandt effect. I need the and they're like, clients like, what's the Rembrandt effect? so you should try that this summer with some
Yeah,
painting.
I think my friend knows how to do that.
That's sick. Learn from them.
Because one of my friends is a great artist. She can draw anything.
Do you want to shout her out?
Shout out to Grace Outram from my school. You've been a really good artist and a really good friend too.
Sick. Go Grace. Now, you're big on TikTok, right?
Yes.
You like it? You think it's the future?
Yeah, I watch it all the time.
Do you think TikTok will be in the metaverse?
What's a metaverse?
Okay, don't even worry about it then. Back to TikTok, though. I have a TikTok account. I have never posted. If you were to give me some advice, would you tell me to dance, or would you just tell me to do some other stuff on TikTok?
Well, what do you like to do?
I do like to dance.
You like to dance?
I like that little like shuffle thing.
Yeah.
But I know that's old now. And what I've seen you and your dad do on TikTok, I think is a little complicated for me. So maybe those like voiceover ones where it's like a track and I'm just like mouthing something, I think I would be better at that.
Yeah, so if you like to dance, I would suggest like looking up like on YouTube, like looking up like easy dance TikToks.
Okay. So I can find like tutorials on
Yeah, because
YouTube.
me and my dad did like we searched up like Fatherhood easy TikToks on
Okay.
YouTube, and we just looked at them and tried to like copy them.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go back to James and the giant question. Excuse the gum on my phone, guys, but that's just who I am. James had this question about what famous landmark would you love to draw on? Do you have one in mind? Is it the Parliament Building?
Yeah, I have one in mind. I've always wanted to do like the Eiffel Tower.
The Eiffel Tower, and you're going there with your dad, right?
I am going there this year.
Is it this summer that you're going?
Yes, I'm going this summer, and then after that, I'm going to PEI.
Okay. So maybe like a little tag on Anne of Green Gables house or something. That would be sick. James had another question for you, though. I know you like fashion.
I do like fashion.
He was wondering, who are some of your inspirations in streetwear, and who do you think is leading the creative way for streetwear right now?
Ooh, that's a hard one. Let me think. Well, I've always liked like the fashion of like my favorite like musicians and stuff. I've always liked like their fashion.
So like Balenciaga and stuff like that? then?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like that, or like my mom's fashion. She has really good fashion.
That's right. I've met your mom. She is a very fashionable lady.
Yes.
Um,
I get my fashion from her too.
and do you think you're going to be like this superstar where you take the best of your mom and you take the best of your dad and you become this like superstar?
Pretty much. Well,
'Cause that's what I'm seeing right now.
well, I look like my dad, and I like
do
have
look
like,
like your dad.
and I have like the sass or stuff like my
The
mom.
sass of your mom. There you go. That's amazing. Well, is there any other shout outs that you want to do right now?
Not really. I
Not
don't
really?
think anything else.
Okay. All
There
right.
isn't anything else really.
Well, it was amazing to have you here. I kind of want to know what's in the bag, though. Can we do it on camera? Is it appropriate?
Yes, we can.
Okay.
We can look at the bag. So you can open it up.
Okay, I can open it up.
It's a little gift for
It's a
you.
little gift. You know, I'm usually the one giving gifts to the people that come on the show, but
But you're getting one today.
this is amazing.
You
A
gotta turn
hoodie.
it around.
Yo, this is a Ruka's Dreamland hoodie.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And I think there's even something else in here too. There's
Yeah,
a
the Ruka's-
Rukah's Dreamland candle so I can make prayers at night that you become the future of artists in Ottawa. Ruka, thank you so much for stopping by today. And I
Yeah,
know
it's
your
been a
dad
pleasure.
had to take off. Maybe he's still here, who knows. But having you both here today was absolutely amazing. And I wish you a lot of success because I know you're going to blow us all out of the water in the coming years. But to the people watching at home, let's not forget Northern Helm, our friends. Stop by their shop, Baseline and Fisher. Thank you for watching. We're all in this together. This is the Creative Mindset Podcast, and I'm your host, Chris Rusakis. Take care. Peace.